Hi everyone, and welcome back to 5 Minutes with Pop Fusion Events. I'm really excited to have a special guest with me today, this evening, James Shaw.
Hello.
The most fantastic photographer whom we've worked with at many events, and I wanted to ask some interesting questions to James about his work. So first of all, I think we should start by finding out, how long have you been a photographer for, James?
I have been a photographer for over 20 years in various guises. Bit of working at picture desks, being a picture editor and doing photography on the side with that, and then took it up seriously or full time 6 years ago.
Oh wow, so
Yeah.
And you love your job?
Absolutely love my job.
That's the most important thing.
Insanely love my job.
So obviously, as this group has been set up for people that are looking for services and events, what events would you say you specialise in?
I would say that bar and bat mitzvahs are a massive thing for me, and I really enjoy doing them. So for me, I do the odd wedding, but bar and bat mitzvahs for me, I love it. I love the energy.
So that's your niche.
Yeah, completely.
Well, I'm sure that going to all these different venues, actually, whilst we're on venue subject, is there a favourite venue that you've been to recently to photograph?
Do you know what? Recently, funny enough, I did a party last weekend at the Rosewood, and had the most amazing time there. Amazing staff, amazing venue, beautiful venue, incredible backdrop for the photos. So yeah, love that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've been there myself, and I can vouch for the fact that it is a beautiful venue. But it's interesting talking about venues, because if you are somewhere that maybe hasn't got that backdrop, how do you sort of have the vision to make these images, these pictures, so that obviously the client, when they get them, goes, wow, they are absolutely fabulous?
I think that you have to think a lot about, lighting's really important for a venue. Lighting is really important because, you can go into a venue that could be quite dark if you don't have the correct lighting in there.
Yes.
Obviously, the photographer's got to use flash when he's shooting because it's dark. Quite often you can end up with a very a dark background. People are lit up and there's not a lot of ambient light going on. So I always say to people, pay attention to uplighters, to lights that
it's
the
funny
DJ
you should
is
say
gonna...
that, because when a makeup artist does your makeup for the event, they do it slightly heavier, because they say when you've got the lights on you, like you're saying, it photographs much better.
Yeah, photography is all about light. So, and for me as well, the way that I love things to look colourful, I think things should look colourful. I don't like to mute colours. I think that I want to put an emphasis on colour. Colour's really important. Obviously, you don't want colour to be distracting from the photo itself.
Yes.
Which is why sometimes I make things black and white, because when you take colour away, the emphasis is on the photo and not on the colour. But as far as the room and the venue goes, colour, light, for me, really important. And even with venues that aren't necessarily as decorative as some of the big London hotels, you can still do an awful lot with great decor, lighting, lovely table centres.
Would you tell a story through your photographs, so that when it's your own function and you're trying to take everything on the night, which is virtually impossible, the best thing is when you get your photographs and you're able to look back. Do you tend to tell a story through them?
Yeah, 100%. I think you want to see it from, all the way from the formal pictures all the way into the end. And then, I always try and do the big shot at the end, whether it's people all waving to me or the whole room. I try and get the whole room waving.
It's funny you're saying about that picture, because is this something, am I right in saying that you do, that on the night you do put out a picture of the function?
I put out a few pictures, actually.
Okay.
I generally, if I get home at midnight, I don't generally go to sleep until about 4 o'clock in the morning until I put some photos out.
That's a long day.
Yeah, but that's me because of the background of my other side of photography, being
Yeah, what's the other side?
Well, which is doing celebrity photography and press photography and news and the royal family.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so it's kind of, you just have to work mad hours and you're always, you're just always working. So
Yeah.
for me, going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning is probably not great for me, but it's what I'm used
So
to.
spill the beans. Who do you think is the most photogenic celebrity that you've photographed on the red carpet?
Do you know what? Tom Cruise never seems to age.
Yeah.
And he's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. As in, we can be the last. I think I did the Mission Impossible premiere. Was the last one I did. Was the new.
Yes.
Can't remember even what it was called. Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout. And he makes sure that he looks at every single photographer. And as soon as you've got your photo, he'll nod at you and go, okay, and he'll move
that's
across.
amazing.
Even if it takes him 10 minutes to do it, he'll make sure that everybody has got a nice photo of him looking.
So a shout out to Tom Cruise.
Thank
you.
If you're watching.
If you're watching Tom Cruise. But all of us, I mean, when you're making an event, whether it's your wedding or your engagement party or your daughter's bat mitzvah or son's bar mitzvah, everybody that's making that party should feel like a star, like a celebrity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really important.
And you've got first-hand experience at that.
Yes, I do.
Which is really something. I think it's brilliant. I think it brings another twist on your style of photography.
Yeah, well, look, the thing with anything that's news related, celebrity, press photography, it's all about capturing the moment. Because once if I've missed a moment, it's never going to happen again. You're never going to be able to recreate that. You might be able to get people to stand together and try and it never happens. The moment is the moment. So
you can't switch off when you're on a job. You're constantly on it.
The moment is the moment, and if you missed it, that's it. Yeah. You can't do it again.
And approximately how many pictures do you think that you take? I mean, obviously I know a wedding is a longer day than, say, a bar mitzvah, but how many on average do you think pictures you take on the day? Just to throw it out there off guard.
It's quite a few.
Yeah,
because look, again, to capture that moment. I mean, for example, look at the flag bouncing as a good example.
Oh yes.
So the trend is for the big Israeli flag, kids being bounced up on it. Now, to do that, to try and capture, first of all, the boy in midair, or the boy looking at you in midair, or the boy with his eyes open looking at you in midair. You must have to take
hundreds.
Yeah, you've got to take a burst of photos,
yes.
And then you know that within that burst, there's you think there's going to be one which is going to be usable. To actually try and capture that in one shot is
I'm sure
is impossible.
Well, I mean, I think that the concept of the way that things are moving forward is, very much people are wanting to hear about what you do, which is why we wanted you to come on 5 minutes to tell everybody about your work. But is there something that you haven't done yet that have you ever been abroad for any events?
Well, you know what, again, for all my press photography, I've done some amazing jobs abroad. So I did the Victoria's Secret show.
Oh, that was exciting.
And funny enough, I did the Victoria's Secret show on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
A couple of years ago in Paris.
Okay.
And I had backstage as well. So it was the models getting ready in there, and it was just incredible to do something like that.
Yeah.
And for me to
something different.
Given the opportunity to do something like that, and you got the biggest supermodels in the world, like the Gigi Hadids and the Bella Hadids.
Oh wow!
All sort of with their dressing gowns on, getting made up, and you've got to frantically run around in this massive room trying to get these people getting their hair done and stuff.
Wow!
It's just that was for me incredible, and I've done things like the MTV Awards and music.
So these are some exciting things that you've done.
I did the AMFA in on Tebe, so it's the which is part of the Cannes Film Festival. So I did that last year, I think, maybe a year before, which is at the Hotel de Cap, which was also stunning backdrop. The most beautiful.
So it's nice to have that variety of different things. So is there anywhere that you'd like to go? Or?
Well, do you know what? For the events that I'm doing now, like the bar mitzvah or the bat mitzvah, I would absolutely love to do a bar mitzvah in Israel at the Wailing Wall.
That would be beautiful.
For me, that would be that would be something that's it's a bucket list thing that I'd like to do.
Well, if anybody's planning an event in Israel, James would love to come there and experience that. But it's been lovely to have you, James. Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's been incredible to be here.
And I'd love our followers to share this video, click like, and also we'll be putting James Shaw's website link onto this video as well, so that you can check out his amazing pictures. And we look forward to seeing you soon, and tune in next week for our next interview. Thank you very much, James.
Thank you.
Bye.